How you doing? Dwayne Phelps here. If you're here, you're interested in buying targeted traffic for your website. You want to stay tuned. This is a short video training. We can't do a lot of time, but I'll try to squeeze as much as I can into this little bit of time. I'm going to talk about the 3 fastest ways to buy targeted traffic for your website. If you know about traffic, it's basically your blood flow. Your body needs, the better your body functions at pushing blood, the faster and the more it can, the better health that you have. And it's the same thing with your business. If you don't know how to drive traffic, you're basically a sinking ship or a sunk ship because you're not going to get anywhere. Having a web presence is all about knowing how to convert traffic and knowing how to generate traffic. So let's get right into it. How would things be if you had a lot more traffic? Would you jump for joy with more profit? Would you be able to be more motivated to do things? A lot of the times it seems like no one's visiting your website. You're just sitting there doing stuff for nothing. It seems like no one's listening to you, no one's commenting, no one notices you. You're not making any money. It just sucks. You'd be more motivated if you have 100, 200, 300 people going to your website every day, right? I mean, that's not a lot, but when you're starting, that's a ton. I mean, I would sleep better at night. So would you. Not thinking about, is it going to work, or, is this internet marketing thing, something I should be doing, or, is this website never going to work? And the truth is, it does work. It'll help you sleep better at night if you get more traffic. You'll be able to explore more niches too. You won't be able to just stay in one niche and forever try to make it work. And the problem's always traffic. And once you have traffic, you can go into any niche you want and know how to get it. And the point of the matter of this is many things are possible once you have the traffic and are able to learn to convert it effectively. If you do those 2 things, you basically can own whatever niche you want. Now, there's a lot to all that, obviously, and a lot of subcategories and whatnot, but those are the two main basics of being able to make it online. Methods I tried for traffic when I first started, I always heard a lot of people, and this is just because a lot of beginners were writing articles and doing things like that I would read their stuff, and the stuff that it was basically teaching me to do was social media, articles, video, press releases, and forums. Same things that they were doing. And I had, decent success. They worked very well, but it was like slaving over a hot stove. And, I've also heard a buddy of mine say it's like walking over broken glass. It takes forever to put up your social media, do your articles, your videos, your press releases. And when you have a job, or you're so limited on time with the family or whatever, you don't have time to do all that stuff. I mean, you can, and I've seen people make it work great, but that just wasn't me. And I made it work because I was a hard worker. But most of the big guys I know in internet marketing, the guys I've been blessed to network with, they talk about making money um, by buying traffic. They don't talk about making money with social media and videos and press releases. They have different types of methods. They get affiliates. They learn how to buy traffic through certain sources, and they learn how to convert it. They don't talk about, I went on Facebook and I posted some comments. A lot of them don't consider that as a measurable business. And that's maybe how you need to think, and that's maybe why you haven't had a lot of success. If you haven't, is maybe it's because of the social media and all that stuff you're doing seems like it's a dead end. That leads me to my point of this whole video is why not buy targeted traffic from a reliable source? What I was always thinking is if I could just turn it on whenever I wanted and just let my offer convert, I would have all the success I'd ever wanted. I mean, really think about that. If you could turn on a traffic source like a faucet, like a water faucet, and turn it off whenever you want, and then just put it into something that converts. If you have a great website that's a squeeze page that collects opt-ins and has a great opt-in rate and it converts really well, all you have to do is put traffic in front of it. It doesn't matter the method. As long as there's traffic in front of it, you're going to get results. And of course, the better targeted traffic, the better. But the point of the matter is, that's what my thinking was. If I could just turn it on and let my offer convert, I knew I could convert really well because, I've tested it through articles and all that stuff. I just wanted to turn it on like a faucet and turn it off whenever I wanted. And guess what? That's exactly what happened. I found some methods of buying reliable targeted traffic, and I had amazing success pretty quick. But when I started buying traffic, it was hard to find a credible source and an advertising method that wouldn't take me weeks to learn. A lot of people talk about PPC and all that is, and all these different sources that you find online, and a lot of them have a high learning curve, and they're very expensive. And so and some of them aren't even reliable sources, because you're just so new to the internet marketing world, you don't know where to go. What I'm going to share with you is 3 tactics I used when I started. These are the 3 main things that I use to scale up my campaigns, to actually have success in affiliate marketing and in my own products that I sold. First one was pay-per-click networks, not AdWords. Now, I do AdWords too, very targeted traffic, but when I first started, I went to other pay-per-click search engines first because they were tons cheaper and easier to use. I started with 2 of them. I started with Miva and Yahoo, and I did very well. I learned how to use it. It wasn't very expensive. It was easy to use, and I got great traffic that way, and it was very easy. Different pay-per-click networks, and it worked like gangbusters. The other thing too is number 2. I bought into banner and CPA networks, and this is where I found my golden egg basically. There's so much hype right now concerning CPA networks, but very few people actually know what the heck they're talking about. I recommend you do your studying on this type of advertising. You'll be thanking me a million, which is so true because there's the amount of traffic. Now, what some people believe it's not very targeted as compared to Google AdWords and whatnot. I'm here to tell you, if you're a good advertiser and you've got a good offer that converts, you can build a list almost literally overnight, with CPA networks and banner networks. The reason being is there's a lot out there. There's a lot of traffic. Google is not the end all of end all. And you got to learn how to use CPA networks and banners, especially after you learn how to use easy pay-per-click engines. You scale it up to banners and CPAs and use the same offer. Number 3 that I use a ton right now is PPV advertising. Pay-per-view advertising, as some would call it, did amazing. PPV allows you to target URLs and pay as little as 1 cent to have your website viewed. The traffic is extremely targeted, and you have the ability to build a list into the thousands within a few days if you're aggressive enough. If you're being in PPP advertising, you target URLs, so these proven people who have interest in the niche that you're advertising. So the amount of targeted trafficking, especially for 1 cent per view, is phenomenal. So PPV advertising is a major source of traffic for me, and it should be for you. That's all the training I got right here. Use those 3 sources. What I recommend you do is, the video can only be so long here, is go get my free video worth $97. That's pure training on buying targeted traffic effectively with pay-per-view. You also get detailed training videos on how to expand your traffic with these methods. Go to buytargetedtrafficonline.com, and you will find where to download that video there and learn how to do these things. If you're looking for a place to expand your traffic, which is a necessity for people like us who are online, go get that training video and learn what you need to do. I've certainly been blessed by learning all these different methods from people that I've paid thousands of dollars on coaching on. Go get the video. You'll learn a lot of the same things I learned and that I paid, some people, a couple $1,000s an hour for. So go check that out, and we'll see you on that page. Make it a great day.